one of the things that we were talking about is like, what's the difference between like hope and faith?
Yeah. Yeah. What is the difference between hope and faith? And I mean, I've traveled down that road of understanding for a long time, man, because I want to know myself well. I want to know what these things mean to me, you know, so that I can explain them to other people of what it means to me. You know, so what does faith mean to me? What does hope mean to me? And faith is a weird thing, because if I have evidence that something is real, I don't need faith. And a good example of that is a lot of people, and I've heard this argument before, is like, well, do you think that the sun is going to rise tomorrow? And when I say yes, then they go, well, you have faith. And I go, well, not necessarily. I have 43 years of the sun coming up every day. So I don't know that I have faith in that. I have pretty overwhelming evidence that it's going to happen. Now, when it comes to faith in, the relief that comes from surrender, or the relief that came from drinking, I didn't get relief from drinking and using for quite a while. In the end, it was just oblivion, right? But every time I cracked the bottle, and every time I walked through the doors of the bar, and every time I entered the crack house, and every time I scored the dope, there was this, I guess it was hope that the relief would come, and there was enough faith that I kept doing it.
Sure.
Even though the evidence wasn't there.
Even though your faith was misfounded. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess maybe that's kind of the same thing I ended up going to treatment when I was 24. I accidentally stayed sober for 3 years, hoping that I could figure out a way to stay sober without doing all the work,
right?
Keeping some things in the dark, kind of taking my own path with what the suggested recovery the recovery process looked like in a 12-step group. I ended up relapsing, and I kept going to meetings. And
why do you think you did that?
I don't think I had anywhere else to go. Right.
So at that point, you're going to meetings, but you're not going to meetings like hoping that you'll still get sober, are you? Or
I think so.
Yeah.
I think maybe so.
You're like, maybe I'll go and it will all turn around.
Because I did. Right?
Did you lie? And
oh
yeah.
Yeah.
See. Right.
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I lied all the time, but the thing of it is like when I finally came back around this last time, I knew where to go, and I guess I had enough faith to walk through the door, and enough hope that it would work for me, right? So maybe faith is the action. No, hope is the action, and faith is the belief.
Yeah, I think hope is the idea that something can happen, and faith is the belief that it will.
Okay.
Right? So like if I have hope that I can get sober, I hope that it can actually happen, and faith is belief that it will.
Okay.
That's how I think of it. And I think, as we go down the path, like we can have faith that it will work based on the actions that we're taking, and then we see it working and we're successful in it because of the actions that we're taking. And after so long, I think that faith kind of transforms into truth. And now, like, the truth is we are sober because we took the actions that we've taken, and we continue to take those actions. So, the truth today is that I'm sober, and I have faith that if I do the same things that I have always done, that tomorrow I'll be sober too.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And hope, like we were kind of talking about this a little bit, like we don't have much hope. There isn't much hope for sobriety anymore.
No.
Because we have it.
It's a reality.
Yeah, it's truth now.
Yeah.
But we now we have hope that we can share.
Yeah, and hope for the newcomer.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
So I'll shovel my hope and dish it out to the newcomer.
Right.
And say, hey, guy, like if I can do it, you can do it. And this is how I continue to do it. And this is the truth today.
Yeah. It's almost like it's like a hope tree, right? Like in
a hope tree.
Yeah, it's like almost like in the beginning we planted this seed, or someone planted a seed of hope in us, and that has grown, and now that hope is bearing fruit, and we can pull.
We'll make a fruit salad.
Make a hope salad.
A hope salad.
A hope pie.
Yeah.
We can make a hope pie, and we can feed it to the new guy
and share our hope pie.
And, you know, I mean, I think that's what keeps us alive is that even though we don't know what something different is going to look like, there's something inside of us that wants a change from where we're at. And it's hard to dial that in, but it's hope, right? Mm-hmm. It's hope that even though I'm fucking on this dirty mattress with these people that I don't know, and I'm looking around me and I see the dis-ease in the room, and I can fucking smell how just sick we all are through the whole thing. There's something inside of me that knows it's not going to be like this forever.
Mm.